Sacrifices. Okay, so this is a pretty dramatic image. Ghiberti, he's right at the beginning of the Renaissance, 1401, where we start with the Renaissance. He's one of the forerunners of the Renaissance. We'll see later. This is the sacrifice of Isaac. Now, this is a detail of a larger piece. This is high relief. He's coming out of the flat background fairly well, but not completely. If you see, his robes are attached. The clothing here is attached. The feet are non-existent here for Isaac. Those probably go into the wall there, but they're coming out. The figures are coming out quite a ways. All right, so in the Judeo-Christian religion, because we're in our monotheistic religions, sacrifices did happen, okay? But one thing that started to shift is God tells Abraham that he doesn't have to kill his son. He just wanted to show of faith that he could actually kill a ram or a sheep instead. So that went on for some time. Blood sacrifices in the Judeo-Christian religion don't really happen anymore. That still does happen in other religions, I will tell you that. They do sacrifice sheep and goats. So it's an emotionally tense moment. Isaac's nude body is perfect, and you'll see this again in the Mayan culture and some other Mesoamerican cultures, that the sacrifice has to be big. Pardon my rooster. It has to be a big sacrifice. It can't just be some random person that doesn't matter. It has to be the son of Abraham, and he has to be perfectly formed in order for it to be a legitimate sacrifice. So here we are in the Mayan culture, and we have the shield jaguar and Lady Zoc, classic Maya, and this is from the year 750, with a blood sacrifice. She is piercing her tongue. It's a little hard to see, but she is putting a rope with thorns on. Now, I don't think this is to scale. I think this rope is probably much smaller. It's probably more like a string. But with sculpture, you have to make some modifications because it's hard to show things that are that small. This is, again, high relief. The same as this piece. It's a high relief. Probably attached to, this was from the palace, so it's attached to a wall. And Maya, Toltec, Aztec, they all practiced a blood sacrifice to the sun. It was thought in these cultures that the sun was very bloodthirsty and wanted sacrifices of different types. This is one that we're seeing her. This is a high-ranking person that is a Mayan ruler, and this is his wife. He's holding a torch over her and pulling a thorny rope through her tongue. Had to be high-ranking person. Same thing as the Isaac sacrifice. It's not worth it to sacrifice the lower level people. It has to be shown to be a perfect formed person, high-ranking person, and you have to show that you are willing to give your blood. So this, we see that she has bracelets and necklace, so that tells us that she's high-ranking right here. These are probably made out of gold and different materials. We don't see that right here, but at any rate, we know she's high-ranking. So extreme forms of blood sacrifice are practiced, such as cutting out the hearts of captured warriors or the captains of ball teams. So when you think about soccer and how important that is, the teams are working toward winning in a goal and so on. At this time frame, 1,300 years ago, if you were the losing team, you were going to be sacrificed, you were going to be killed. So it's important to win, and it was a much harder game. The ball courts have been, found, and ruins have been redone. There is an image in chapter 14.12, and you can see what a ball court looks like, and making the basket is sort of a combination of basketball and soccer with a hard ball. Sometimes they use a person's head, as well. That's also an alternative. So it's very bloody. So some of our roots of our common sports that we have now are quite bloody historically. Okay, prayer. We're going to come back to this.